And at the magic number.
What does it all mean?
Time is a factor, so it's time to count. Count not the negative actions of one. Speakers of soul say it's time to shout. Three forms the soul to a positive sum. You may try to subtract it, but it just won't go away.
Is the Negro Leagues.
What is it? 1, 2, 3.
It's the magic number.
Yo, what's up? 1, 2, 3. Hey, children. What does it all mean? No more, no less. That's the magic number.
Hi, everybody. It's Book Shelby. Welcome to the show. Singleton, I'm John Shelby. Thanks for joining us. Nobody out here in inning number 8.
It's astonishing, we're bonded by the roots, but we live to stay alive like we all just played the
And first offering is fouled off.
I'm really impressed with this offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been aggressive, and they're keeping the defense on its toes. So far, 6 hits on the first pitch alone. That tells you something. And, you know, it's always interesting to see how teams attack the first pitch. What's their plan of attack going to be? Well, for this offense in this game, they're not waiting around.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
And that is out of play. Ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Next offering is in for a strike.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be. Really nice job with 2-strike hitting in that at bat. I don't know how.
Always impossible.
He's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Crow Armstrong in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Runner takes off. The throw, tag, and he's out.
You know, something that's often overlooked in a caught stealing situation is just that catcher's footwork. These guys work so hard on just every aspect, receiving the pitch, but then also getting into a position to get off a quick throw. Right there, that was perfect execution, and it allowed him to get the throw down to second in time.
There's the strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
And a swing and a miss there.
Going to really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Next pitch just misses. And now 3-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Cubs are down quietly, but they still lead it by a count of 8-4.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Keegan Thompson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And at the plate for Miami, Griffin Conine, 1 for 3.
Griffin Conine.
And first offering is fouled off. Thompson, 6'1" righty, 29 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2017. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard.
The batter, the designated hitter.
Heriberto Hernandez now at the plate. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
In for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Look pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And that's through there for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Crow Armstrong sizes this one up. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out.
The first baseman, Davison De Los Santos.
And here's the first baseman, Davison De Los Santos. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
That misses.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The count even 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
1-2 is the count.
Swing.
Oh, how did I miss both of them?
And the Marlins with just 1 out.
Fuck!
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Hit to right, and that should do it. He's
Oh!
the game, and the Cubs even this series up at a game apiece.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
And our final here today, 8-4. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Okay, Mr. Misfit, but I ain't Mr. Fit in much. This some real shit by Gucci Pampers for my runs. I get so much, I lose my mind, put on a new one. I guess what they say about the mind, kinda true, huh? Terrible thing away. New watch, the color just spoke to me. A parrot was in the face. New rat, they dose to me. Hilarious in the way. My smacker too close to me. What blast it taking my coat from me? I blasted dope it. She on the dopamine. Locally, I be lowest key. Overseas, I be ODB. I'm the one that turned the arch to gold like Mickey D. Them thunder thuns, they call me Moby. Them poppy seeds. The mini Connie mommy, all she say is me, no poppy seed. Harley can speak no English, but counting up the guap we eat. Baby, that's why I yeah, baby, that's why I all that singing, I'm back on dirty. Never leave the squad on God, I'm Michael Irving. 2:30 a.m. she trying.
Come on, get
Can't live this life, you don't deserve it. I've been working, your tribe, a hoe. Got me a whole tribe. The world with no mountain, then find a song that I can down. Bad, do what I say. Like my name was sign me out. Netflix, her couch. Soon as I leave, sign me out. St. Louis up like we in the trees. Dark fried rice like we in the trees. Long hair trigger, I'm Keanu Reeves. Rolling, wanna meet me. Girl, that cold, make it popsicle. Outshine all these, no obstacle. Country and Kool-Aid and bags of hot picker. She gon' keep her sicker. And baby, that's why yeah, baby, that's why
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We bring you Wednesday Night Baseball on the show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Chicago Cubs.
I got some 10,000 now.
All eyes on this team and what they've been able to do with their bats recently. Been ripping the cover off the ball.
Yeah, the way they've been putting up runs, it honestly looks like they've been taking BP out there, Boo. Excellent timing with their swings and clutch with runners on base. You name it, they're doing it. But can they keep this pace up today? That's what I want to find out.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get underway. Our starter in this one, Colin Ray. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Now a jump throw. It's there, and that's a great play. Now the left fielder, Dane Myers.
Batting second, the left fielder, Dane Myers.
First pitch, not close. Fought off foul.
Way out of my eyes. Like.
And that one is downstairs. And a count 2-1. And that's outside. One out, base is empty. This one smoked out to left.
Oh my God.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. Well, this team has been winning a lot of games, and offense has been a huge part of that. Typically, you get good at bats top to bottom, Chris.
Well, this is a team that's hitting for a real high batting average, and we talk at times that hitting is contagious. Definitely seems to be the case. They've also got good approaches at the plate, and from top to bottom, hitters just aren't giving away at bats. And when you're doing that, it contributes to winning baseball.
Swing and a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Connor Norby. First pitch just misses. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Safe at second with a stolen base.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Next pitch is outside. Two outs. And now it's filled up. Jonah Bride in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Jonah Bride.
First and second, 2 outs. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Tap foul at the plate. First and second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It gets down, a base hit. 1 run across, rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw is wild and it gets away.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs on that swing. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Runner first with 2 away. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. And that one fouled off.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
That's hard hit on the line. Makes the catch, and that is that. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Marlins 2 and the Cubs nothing. Back here in Wrigley Field, and today's starting pitcher, Braxton Garrett.
Well, Boog, something of interest to me is that this guy's really struggled when working out of the stretch, pitching with runners in scoring position. So the key for him is to attack hitters, try to get ahead in the count, and limit allowing runners on base. And if he can do that, I think that will help him to avoid those situations. Now, at some point, he's going to have to deal with them. And I think it's just one of those mental things that he's going to have to overcome.
On the ground, right side, and that's foul.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there and have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. They're facing a guy today who is a strike thrower. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard to generate base runners.
And when you've got a strike thrower like this guy on the mound, you can't be overly patient as a hitter because the umpire is generally going to give him the benefit.
Horner on the go. Ball misses. Throw to second, and he's safe.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Good bad ball hitting right there. Just kind of threw the barrel at the ball, trying to protect with 2 strikes, and sometimes it works out well for you.
Seiya Suzuki now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. On the ground, could be 2. Off balance throw in time. 2 down.
Good fade and sinking action to that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Dansby Swanson stands in. One of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits.
Oh, I left that right up.
And that one's gone into the
I left that right up.
They must be going crazy in the dugout. His 4th home run of the season.
I left that up.
Front, it's 3-2. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that.
Oh, looking at my timing.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Base is empty with 2 away. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball, Garrett. Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
On the corner for a strike. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
So 2 down. Justin Turner, the next Cub to hit. And that one is lifted in the air. Sanchez makes the play, and that's the inning. So the Cubs get 3 on this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. All set for the start of the inning. And now here's the Marlins DH, Griffin Conine. Ray back to work. Right back to him on the mound. The throw to first. 1 up, 1 down. And now the catcher comes up to him, Agustin Ramirez. And there's a foul ball. Ramirez with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. And takes low for ball 1.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
Toss to Turner. 2 up, 2 down at the top of the second. Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tucker brings it in. And that is that. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the second. So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a Gold Glover. Pitch misses there. It's 2-2.
Yeah, and wins that Gold Glove as a left fielder, and it's a guy that was a pretty good center fielder as well. But you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases the comfort level and allows that athletic ability to really shine.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Now a chance for Alex Call, and first offering is fouled off. On the ground, Edwards slings it across. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's Nico Hoerner. First pitch misses. There's the strike. Ground ball left side. Whips it across. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. It's the Cubs 3 and the Marlins 2. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Swing and a miss. 0-1. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. Whoa. That's outside, and it's 2-1. In the air, right side of the infield. Hoerner makes the grab, 1 down. Now here is Dane Myers. He's 0 for 1. Fouled off. He was late. Myers measures 6 feet even, 205 pounds, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2017. Ripped on the ground to second. Fires over to first. And a couple of quick outs. So up next, Xavier Edwards. A single and a run scored and a walk. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it drops in. And that extends the inning. Next to hit, Connor Norby worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Ray checks the runner, and he's back in safely. Outside. Tying run is at first here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Foul ball there. Right through there for a strike. That one way outside, and the count's even at 2.
Oh my God.
Marlins lead 1. They're down. Back here at the friendly confines as we go to the last of the third. John Birdie at the plate. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some. Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He had a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Now at the plate, Seiya Suzuki. And that's in there for a strike. A little slider that finds the mark.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
Cut on and miss, struck him out, and one gone.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of working away at the plate. Once you're ahead as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter's going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Swanson digs in. Late swing fouled off. Swanson with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's shown.
Lopez. Here's Edwards for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. So no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 left. 3 innings complete. It's the Cubs 3 and the Marlins 2. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. There's a swing and a drive. Ranging back on it. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. He jacks that one out to left. He's up to 3 home runs in the series. It's 3-3. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Siggy.
This dude is on fire, Boo. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. The cutter up and in can be such a tough pitch for the hitters. You have to keep your hands above the baseball, and that's exactly what he did. He caught it out front and drove it out of here.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Going.
High fly ball, well struck. That's back there.
Going.
And it's off the foul ball for a home run. That one felt good. It's 4-3. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
And now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1. Conine turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. Swing and a ground ball. Gets it to first. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 1 so far. There's the strike.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and it drops in. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting,
Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins. That one hit to right.
Nice!
That'll fall for a base hit. And it gets by him. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Errors that allow a run to score are always tough to stomach, but man, it's extra frustrating when that runner comes all the way around from first base. Wasn't even in scoring position to start the play.
So digging in, Otto Lopez. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Brazier, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Merriweather getting loose as well. Off the mark there, and it's 3-2. On the ground to short, Swanson. Zips it to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. And it's fouled off.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
And that misses. Ball 1. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. He's 2 for 2. Check swing and he went. That's strike 1.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
4 runs already in the frame. Top half of inning number 4.
Yeah.
And he got him. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 6-3. You're watching Miami Marlins baseball on the show, Florida. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Kelly.
He swings and fouls one off. The 0-1. That one missed.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in L.A. called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
On the ground to first. He steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Ian Happ up to hit. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Sanchez going back on it, going. A solo shot. It's his 6th home run of the season. It's 6-4.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And now Alex Call. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Misses inside, and that's ball 1. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Nico Horner will come up to hit. Just missed. Call off of first with 2 away. On the ground to third, and that's a foul ball. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Up the middle, and that one handled. Tosses to first, and the inning is over. But the Cubs do get one back on the solo blast. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. You're dialed into the show.
Now pitching.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Ryan Brazier.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now it's going to be Connor Norby. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
You know, these Marlins putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Jonah Bride, the next to hit. Just missed. Fastball is outside.
2 balls, no strikes.
Just missed. And that drops in for a strike.
Full.
Swings and misses. Now 2 away.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, it's very difficult.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Garrett ready to fire now, and that one pulled foul. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Ground ball right side and foul ball. Line drive.
Fucking dickhead! Ow!
Start to the inning.
Fucking dickhead! How'd you get that off?
You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Justice is that.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Oh, he's fast.
Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
That one ripped, but foul. Birdie at third. Tucker at first with no outs. That one the other way. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's a one-run game.
Well, he hit that one pretty well. I think it would have been a lot more than a sac fly if not for that nice play by the outfielder to track it down. Good job of getting the run in.
Misses off the plate, and that is ball one. Hit in the air, right field. Sanchez on the run. Squeezes it.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 outs. To the right side. And it gets by him.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way. Put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Turner in the box now. Takes strike one. Ripped into left center for a base hit. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. He will score, and the Cubs tied up. It's an RBI single, 6-6. First and second, 2 outs. Hat digs in now. That's to third, and that's a fair ball. Here comes Kelly. He scores, and they have the lead. And it's an RBI single, 7-6.
Didn't take long to get a result with that at bat. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Braxton Garrett will depart, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute. Seth Martinez on the pitch here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Digging in, Alex Call. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first, and he held up. Two on, 2 outs. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Myers going back, and he makes the catch. And that will end the inning. 3 runs for him here. New inning getting started, and now the DH, Griffin Conant. Brazier back to work, and fouled off. Yo, 1.
Get the fuck out of here. Don't start this.
Throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Number 43 also throwing. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Pat going back. Pulls it into the warning track.
Wow, that one almost got out of here. I know the wind's blowing out to left, but man, that almost pushed it over the fence. I bet hitters are trying to get the ball up in the air and hit it that direction. I know I would be.
Ramirez in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Ramirez, in his rookie season, 23 years old. And they went out and made a trade for him last season.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The Marlins down by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swings through that one for strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That one close, ruled the ball. And the count is even 2-2. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting the call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
And that one is lifted in the air. Call on the move. Nabs it, and that'll do it. No runs, no hit. Bottom of the inning.
Fuck me.
So here's Horner now. That one is absolutely belted. And this one looks like trouble. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Waste no time there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall. Asleep dreaming about as a hitter, so no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Now here is John Birdie. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging.
Now this one gets through. Horner flies around third. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up at RBI. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Tucker in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. So now here's Kyle Tucker. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player. Tucker hits for power. He's got 30 homer power, but the strikeout rate is under 20%. Got him looking for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. And next is the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. That one fouled hard the other way. Birdie leads off first with 1 away. On the ground to third, Norby. Jump throw across his body. In time. Got him.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just pours it out of hands.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. He's done some damage. Launched a homer at his first at bat back in the first.
Yeah, that was a tone setter, no doubt. I mean, you can stomach an early solo homer, but a 3-run shot just doesn't go down quite as smooth.
This one high in the air to left center. Myers sizing this one up. Brings it in. That is the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Phil Bickford. This is his 3rd time out this
now
year.
Pitching for the Chicago Cubs, number 51.
Lopez, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that skips into there. Right side. Throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Myers in the box with one away as he takes ball one. The Fish down by a pair here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Base knock, center field. And up next for Miami, Xavier Edwards.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Checks over to first, back safely.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Check swing, called strike. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and it falls. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down. Really important at bat coming up now.
Norby stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Little chopper rolls foul.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And the right-hander deals. Then a count 1-2. Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Phil Bickford out of the game. 2-1.
Now
here comes a new one for the Cubs, number 43.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Right. Stands in here, takes ball one low. In the air, left field. Pat should have this one.
Oh,
Drops
just missed that.
That's the 3rd out. So the Cubs bullpen does its job nicely there. 7th inning stretch time. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. And that's in for a strike. In the air, right side, Sanchez in position, and there's one down. Now it's Justin Turner. On the line, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. And now Ian Happ. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Fastball for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Struck him out looking.
Well, that event seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
2 outs. That one out to right. Sanchez. He's got it, and that is that.
pitching for the Cubs.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Julian Merriweather.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here. Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now Griffin Conant. And that is out of play. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Inside, and 1-1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Tying run at the plate. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 gone here.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
Ramirez at the plate now. That's ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. I'll tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball. Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure.
New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Tyson Miller.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
On the ground, a second, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. A 1-pitch double play out of. Now it's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Swinging a foul out of play. And a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And that's in the dirt. Cuts and misses, it's a strikeout.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner.
Manager out of the dugout.
Now pitching for Miami, number 43, Andrew Nardi.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. So here's Kyle Tucker now. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That misses the zone. Now 1-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate.
Wow!
More down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And it remains 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Hernandez makes the grab. And that is the 3rd out. Welcome back. And here comes the closer, Porter Hodge. He's pitching on 2 days rest. In the air, right field. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
He's 2 outs away. Dane Myers will hit next. And that is downstairs. Ball 1. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. And there's the strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. Out to short. Swanson. Now the throw to first on the run. And they get the out.
You want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Edwards stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Upstairs. Now 2-0. Next offering is fouled back. And that one's a little bit low. And now 3-1.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
And there's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the third baseman, Connor Norby.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
A little bit low. 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
The next offering misses, and now 3-0.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
The tying run at the plate. There's a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
They're down to their final strike.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
The Marlins down to their final strike.
Oh, come on!
Especially can't complain about a lack of action in this one. High-scoring game. Purists might not love it, but pretty impressive showing at the plate from both sides.
Final score of 8-6 in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Miami Marlins. Today, our focus is on a team that's been absolutely tearing it up at the plate, Singy.
Yeah, you got that right, Boog. This lineup has been a nightmare for opposing pitchers, and everyone is contributing. Eager to see if that carries over to this one.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And starting in this one, Edward Cabrera.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, they're taking the mound. This is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
That's off the inside corner. And a count 1-2.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Outside low, and it's 2-2. Cabrera was dominant the last time on the mound, firing a shutout. Got him swinging.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Richie Palacios, the next to hit, takes ball one. Next pitch in the dirt, and that's ball two.
Boog, that shutout he threw is very impressive in this day and age. We probably won't see anyone ever get close to Walter Johnson's 110 career shutouts. Still, it's always fun to see a pitcher go out and shove the way he did.
One down, base is empty. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Sanchez hauls it in, 2 away. Lau at the plate. Into center and a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
The key there, tracking the baseball all the way back through the hitting zone, allows you to hit a ball right back up the box like that.
Christopher Morel stands in now and watches strike one. Palacios at second. Lau at first. 2 out of the inning. Ripped into right field, base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound in this one, Joe Boyle. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just having the comforts of being at home. And
way inside, gets out of the way. Here comes a pitch. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Owns a 10-game hitting streak right now, and this is where it starts to get fun.
And a foul ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. Boyle picks over, and he's back in on a dive. Close, but call the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right through there for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stand on that double play.
Runner at first with no outs here.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
That's a ball.
Outside low, 2-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Next to hit, Xavier Edwards. And that misses. 1-0. The shortstop takes the ball.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Jansen, great throw. He's out.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did. Oh, that got him.
Batting fourth.
The batter now, Connor Norton, leading the NL in home runs to start the day. He's been a beast. Way high there. Ball one. That one fouled off. Check swing, and he went. And the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls.
In the dirt. Center field. Palacios under it. He's there. He's got it. And that ends the inning. One left for Miami. Scoreless after 1. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Second inning set to go. Now the third baseman, Junior Caminero, outside. And that's ball 1. And then skips into dirt.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Slings to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Braden Taylor.
So now the DH spot, Braden Taylor.
He's struggled to make contact lately, averaging 2 strikeouts per game over his last 5.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
One down, base is empty. And there's the ball. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
Next offering is in the dirt. As the game has moved along, we see more and more. Can't glove it cleanly. Still fires to first and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay. Man at first with 1 gone. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Danny Jansen. And a curve misses outside. And that's ball 1. Taylor at first, 1 gone. That's down and in.
2-0.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Myers on the move to the gap. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs. Ha-Sung Kim next to hit for the Rays. And first offering is fouled off. No score here in the second. Hit on the ground to short. They take the force out. That's the third out. We head to the bottom of the second, and at the plate for Miami, Jonah Bride. Boyle back to work. Right through there for a strike. Bride launched a homer in his most recent game.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Morel moving under it. And makes the grab. And there's one away. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Oh, what a stop. Throws from the seat of his pants. Nicely done for the out.
What an acrobatic play right there. Knocks it down, throws from the seat of his pants, and just looks like he's playing in the backyard. He makes it look really easy.
Griffin Colon at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one. Ball one there. 2 out, space is empty. And that's in the dirt. In the air, center field. Palacios brings it in for the third out. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. First pitch, and he just misses. Low. Measures 6 feet 4 inches. 27 years old. A former first-round pick back in 2016. So now 1-2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
That missed by a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just misses with that one. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run. So up next, Richie Palacios. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-0.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
That one finds the corner, and the count 1-1. Swinging a foul straight back.
Ball.
In the dirt.
2-2 now.
Way outside. 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Diaz in the box now. Takes strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Puts it away for the out. And now it's Brandon Lau. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Next offering is in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one misses. Going to count 1-2. Hard ground ball for a base knock.
Oh, no, he got that.
And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with one out. Here's the left fielder, Christopher Morel. Fastball for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Swings and misses, struck him out, but no advance from the runners. Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Ball, that's just out.
Stays alive.
That
2 outs. That to right. Sanchez gets under it. And that's the third out. And the Rays leave them loaded. And we are still scoreless. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez. Swing and a miss.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Late with the swing there.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. They have to regroup here.
Time called now. Swings and misses. Slider got him for strike 3. Heriberto Hernandez getting ready to hit.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And that one wrapped foul. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball. Slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a pop-up. Loud. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Back to the top of the lineup. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
This guy. He's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
That one off the mark, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Caught him looking for the K. Miami down in order. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the top of the 4th. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Brayton Taylor.
Well, these Rays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Next offering is down low.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Curve in the dirt.
2 strikes.
He goes down looking. Danny Jansen to hit here. Fly to left his first time. That misses the zone, and that is ball one. There's a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 2.
2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. People at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
And first offering is fouled off. Off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Tap foul at the plate. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 4th inning underway, no score. Swing and a miss. Ramirez gathers, throws to first, and it's in time for the 3rd. And we're back, ready to go. Bottom 4, and at the plate for Miami, Dane Myers. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Next offering misses, and it's a ball and a strike. On the ground, out to short. Kim with the throw to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. And the batter will be the shortstop, Xavier Edwards.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Fouled off to the right. And a foul ball. 1 out, bases empty.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called 3rd strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
And that one is lifted in the air, low, ranging after it. He makes the grab, and that is that. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Palacios in the box now, takes strike 1. Grounder might be 2. In plenty of time to first, one away here in the fifth.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here, make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
Up the middle, and no one can get there. Low, rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and the Rays have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the bullpen.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 47.
Flips the corner, and that is strike one.
0-1's the count.
Foul ball there. Close one, doesn't get the call. Now 1-2. Foul ball left side, he'll see another. Diaz stands at first with one out. Liner caught it second.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. You hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Quantrill back to work. That finds the mark on the inside corner. One run across to the frame so far, and we're in the top of the fifth. Not close with that one. Now 1-2. Bounce to the left side. Sends it to first. That ends the frame. So one run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. This is Marlins baseball on the show, Florida. Back here in Miami, we head to the bottom of the fifth. And now for the Marlins, Jonah Bride. Boyle back to work. That misses the zone. Ball one. On the ground to third. Throws it away. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Well, that was a throw that just shouldn't have been made. They scored a single and an error, so the official scorer doesn't believe a good throw would have gotten an out, and neither do I. We can't hear it from up here, but I wonder if anyone was telling him just to eat the throw. You know, that's where communication on the infield can sometimes help out a ton.
Man at second. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Next offering is in for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat. Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Swings and misses. And it's 3-2.
It's a hitter. You don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Swung on. 2. That one back. Get that one's got to feel good. His 9th homer of the year, and the Marlins jump out in front. It's 2-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly over with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Griffin Conant, the next up for the Marlins. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Agustin Ramirez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Yeah, that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. Fought off foul. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Last half of inning number 5. Breaking ball, this is down and away. That one misses. Counts full, 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
So now he's got 2 runners on after that wall.
Now a new pitcher for the Rays, Manuel Rodriguez.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. And ball 1. Conant over at second. Ramirez on at first with nobody out. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had a
second baseman.
Lopez in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
On the ground, 2 ball. The toss to second, and that's 2. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of... All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And stepping in for the Rays, Junior Caminero. In the first pitch, misses for ball 1.
Ball 2.
Out front and foul to the left side. On the ground, right side, Lopez. Tosses to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Now it's the DH, Brayton Taylor. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Quantrill, in his 7th season, he features a sinker, a splitter, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a changeup.
1 ball.
Rays down by a run. And that's in the dirt. Now 2-2. On the ground. And that chance handled. Whips it to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Now it's Jansen to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. That one outside. Ball 1.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Check swing, called strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Offense held in check there. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the Marlins 2, the Rays 1. Bottom of the sixth inning. And at the plate for Miami, Dane Myers. First pitch misses. And another ball.
2-0.
Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So a man at first. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. The shortstop takes the ball. Outside low, and the count is 2-0. Myers gets his lead at first with nobody out. Rodriguez throws over, and he dives back in safely. Working down in the zone to start the at-bat, looking for that double play ground ball.
Yeah, back-to-back sinkers there. He's looking for some weak contact or to get this hitter to roll over. Now, as a hitter, you have to be really disciplined. Don't look down because you'll end up chasing the ball down. Set your sights high. Maybe you get a mistake.
Now batting.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Connor Norby. Swings through that one.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch at a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Struck him out of the front door breaking ball. So 2 down now, and here is Jonah Bride, 1 for 2. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1's the count.
Check on the runner.
He's safe.
That's off the mark, and 1-1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the... And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of inning number 7. Now up for Tampa Bay, Ha-Sung Kim. Oh, he doesn't get the call.
Wow.
That's ball 1. To third, Norby. On to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Low in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that's in there at the knees. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Looking to get the tying run on base. In the dirt, ball 2. A little bit low.
2 strikes.
And the tying run is on base.
Well, a good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Boo?
Diaz in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Liner, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Brandon Lowe next to hit for the Rays. That's outside, and it's 1-0. Breaking ball through there for a strike. A sliding stop and short. Got him. Nice play. And that may have saved a run. 2 left on. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Marlins 2, the Rays 1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Garrett Clevenger.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the ball. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Well, 1-run game. Jesus Sanchez digs in now. And ball 1 to the right fielder.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Pete Fairbanks up and loosening in the pen. Rasmussen warming up as well.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 3-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Count is 3-2.
Goes down looking. Griffin Conine will hit next.
I can't bat like that.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Like
So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. He is struck out and he is walked. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Conine, the base runner at first with 1 out. Next offering is in for a strike. And look out as that one ran in and got him. And up next for Miami, Heriberto Hernandez. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Strike 1.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 on, 1 out. And a swing and a miss. And now 2 gone.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there. Just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Diaz moves under it. And that is the inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now the left fielder, Christopher Morel. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Caminero at the plate now, and that's inside.
Ball.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Line drive, gone.
That's a big first out of the inning. He showed off his skills catching the line drive, but most importantly, he kept the runner out of scoring position. Things would look a little different if he didn't make that play.
Squirts away a little bit, and the runner stays where he is. And that is downstairs. And it's 2-0.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And a go-ahead run is on base.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find the hole. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
So the tying run at second. Late swing, fouled off. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Good job to fight that one off. And that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. He's safe. It's 2-2.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. When you can turn the ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Quantrill back to work. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game. Josh Lowe, the next to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off. That's to 3rd. They get the force. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Johnny DeLuca, he's out in left field getting loose there as he enters the game on defense now. Now on the mound for the Rays, Pete Fairbanks. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Myers in the box now, takes strike 1. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses the zone. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Hit in the air left field. DeLuca under it. Brings it in. Out number 2. Here's the 3rd baseman, Connor Norton. 0 for 3 in this one. Pitch misses. 1-0.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Misses outside. 2-0. Activity in the bullpen. Kevin Kelly preparing to come on if needed. Swing and a miss, strike one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
And that just misses. Hit on the ground to the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and he reaches safely. 2 outs, runner at first. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-1's the
2
count.
gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Swing and a ground ball. Dives, but it's off his glove. No throw, and they tug away without an out.
A couple of singles back-to-back. A lot riding on this next at-bat now as they look to take the lead at a critical point in this one.
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that one got a piece of him. So bases all loaded up. Now here's the Marlins DH, Griffin Conant.
No!
DeLuca under it. Squeezes it, and that will end the inning. And we're back. We go to the 9th. Here's the center fielder, Richie Palacios. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And fouled off. Out to short, Edwards. Sends it across to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Yandy Diaz now. Right through there for a strike. All tied up here at the top of the 9th. And now 1 and 2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
And then skips into dirt.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away. Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did.
No!
Oh, it's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. Home run number 10 of the year, and they lead it. It's 4-2. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
Johnny DeLuca stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is in for a strike. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Just got him. And he was burning up the baseline. Junior Caminero next to him for the Rays. Now the Marlins manager.
Number 61.
That's off the mark, and that's ball one. And that one is in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that off. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Next offering is down low. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Up the middle, loves it on the dive, the throw, and that's a nice play to end the inning.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some.
Pitching for the Rays.
Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Edwin Uceta. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Ramirez leading things off and takes a strike. Check swing, and he went 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Now fly ball to right center. Palacios on his way over. He's got it. 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Uceta, 27 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Pulls that one foul. Oh, and 2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Got him swinging. And they're down to their last out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the...
Yeah.